Okay, so we have here the part of the match, some games in A League between Tracer and breppert. Both very strong players with good records. And apparently this is 3-0 for Tracer already. And we have a board, so monuments and secret and battle plans as the open, and battle plans. Okay, so clashes seem quite impactful here. We have village with litter villa, we have draw with litter, and battle plan and warlord. We have plus buy, so there's no rushing here, so things are going to be somewhat unreliable. But okay. Yeah, so missing 5. So we do get a crop rotation relatively early after following a stampede. So I imagine breppert will do the same here, stampede into a good turn where you can get crop rotation. Crop rotation very powerful early on while you have estates for effectively +2 cards minus estate in each hand. And given that there's no trashing, this will also be useful throughout the game. So at some point we start getting the warlord attacks, which limits what you can do here. So normally if you have highway and plus buy and some draw, you can get some very explosive turns, but here you can have a warlord attack, so you can only play with 2 highways. So you can't get, for example, villas to 1 coin, at which point they autopile. Okay, so they both get more stampedes. breppert gets his crop rotation with 9 coins. Could have taken a free villa with that, but not sure you want a free villa at this point. So okay, and we rotate to the warlord. Rotate and buy the first warlord. So surely this is going to be another warlord. Can we afford a villa with the warlord? So can we? So we have 6 coins. So no, so just a warlord then. So you definitely want to have 2 warlords. If you lose the warlord split and cannot attack, then your opponent can get some fairly explosive turns when not under warlord attack. So okay, and neither of them misses 5 while warlords are available. So this will surely be just the extra warlord. Now we are not going to be able to play warlord every turn, even if we have the 2 warlords each, just because of all the junk in the decks and the inability to play them regularly, but to find them regularly. Okay, so we start on highways for breppert. So, I mean, you certainly want some highways in your deck. You still don't have any plus buy. So animal fair could, in theory, be plus buy, but with warlords you are disincentivized to get too many copies of any given card. So there's no pile that is likely to empty. Well, there is distant lands. So distant lands are nice in that you can buy them, play them, and warlord doesn't prevent you from playing more distant lands. But it's going to be a while before that happens. But you do have villa for plus buy, so I could see a deck that will have just a bit of everything. So pretty much every action card here has its use. So draw from litters, shifting, cycling through junk with secret passage, and cartographer. So highways, villas. So you can pretty much play with the whole kingdom here, which is not something that happens that much. Usually there are some irrelevant cards. Okay, so what do we have here? 7 coins. So 7 coins for breppert. Could be villa, which is, well, it's on time, and a second highway, a litter, highway. Goes for highway, which is perfectly fine. So okay, 7 coins with no highway in play. So yes, now on some boards there are some interesting possibility where you can, if you have the right set of cards, you could potentially play some cards early to get 5 coins, buy Stampede and Villa. Okay, so you need a lot of money for that, but in principle you could try to buy Stampede and Villa and then have a big turn. But again, with Warlords, there's a limit to how much you can build here, so that's not really going to be that effectful. Okay, so what do we have here? So you just place. Okay, you could have bought another villa and played the monument, but instead you just set the monument into your deck. And what do you do? Do you still get a second villa here? You do. So if you are buying a villa, then you could have played that monument also. Okay, gets another battle plan. Is good. It's non-terminal draw, which is not that plentiful in this kingdom. Yeah, okay. Tracer has somewhat a weak turn, so you have only 2 coins if you play everything, so 3 coins if you play everything. Could be silver, not the worst card you could get, but he just he already played a Warlord now. Yes, so in that case, setting the Warlord into the deck probably relatively high so that you draw it next turn is very reasonable. Playing 2 Warlords in 1 turn does nothing, and it just means you will not have a Warlord the next turn. So we have and we get an Animal Fair from a villa. Yeah, Animal Fair does give a good amount of economy. Okay, we get another villa, and is this also going to be an Animal Fair, or do you just keep the villa? So you could also get something like a litter for extra draw, cartographer. So but you get you do get an Animal Fair for breppert. So I'm a bit surprised that neither of them has any cartographers, given that these decks have no trashing. And indeed Tracer gets one. So a bit slightly less surprised. Later than I would have expected, but I'm sure it will be effective.
Why not?
Oh, hi, jonts.
Anyway, speaking of games that are over, I assume this one's also over. I don't.
Um,
It's gonna be really hard for Breppert to lose this.
yes. Breppert does seem quite significantly ahead.
If I'm Breppert, I'm probably looking against Cartos. Cartographer's like reasonably good in no trashing game. Um, Litters are fine here.
Well, yeah, as I think I was saying earlier, so you probably want pretty much two of everything, and
Yeah, two of everything and then hit a bunch of distant lands probably.
yes, yes, and then start getting provinces.
Well, distant lands is not actually limited to two, so
Yeah,
that's good to know.
yeah, distant lands is the only thing that you pile here.
But yeah, I mean, it's not. It's a clashes board with no trashing, so this looks like every other clashes board with no trashing. You get to everything and hope you can get ahead.
Yes. So, what did Tracer do in this turn? Played Villa, Monument, and bought another archer. So yeah, so second archer is not irrelevant. So usually a second archer doesn't do much since the opponent has 5 cards. You discard one, and the second archer play doesn't do anything. But you're not necessarily going to find your archer every turn. So
Yeah, the lack of drawing means second archer makes sense.
yes, and it is also another attack that helps draw with battle plans.
That said, there's some like I don't like these highways necessarily from Prepper. They're not doing a whole. They're mostly peddlers. Like it feels like instead of highway, you could just take cartographers or something and just keep sifting your deck and finding your good cards over and over again. But I mean, it's probably fine.
Yeah, so yeah, so there's a nice also potential synergy between Secret Passage and Cartographer in these decks with no trashing. So Secret Passage was usually a temptation so you draw 2 cards, you take your worst card and just put it at the bottom of your deck, and hope to never see it again, except that you later reach the bottom of the deck and then you do see it. Cartographers potentially let you get rid of them into the discard,
Mm-hmm.
so you get both the sifting of the Secret Passage and the Cartographers.
Yeah.
But
I don't think the game's not over yet. Certainly, Breppert was in the lead, although Tracer's deck is still doing, and it's also a really junky deck, so it's pretty easy to like dud. So like one dud from Breppert could be enough for Tracer to get back in it.
yeah, so Secret Passages are potentially good at avoiding duds.
Okay, and the crop rotation helps. I enjoy the multiple times I've seen people save estate against the archer attack because it's kind of funny.
What's the
You're not
idea
usually
for saving an
well because
estate?
you're discarding it for crop rotation. So like
For crop
if they don't roll
rotation.
5 cards, you discard their estate for them.
Yes. That's well, yeah. Normally you would
Normally,
save the card that you least want to lose. If you have multiples, then this changes the calculation
yeah,
somewhat.
but it is fun to see estate being your most valuable card.
Yeah. So what do we have here? 3 buys, and we could get started on distant lands on rally. I think I want another cartographer.
I think Pardo for sure, second
But
litter. I think Pardo litter distant lands here
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, seems very reasonable. I think
I
it's
don't think the
there's no.
treasuries do anything, so I think you're okay just getting right into distant lands.
Yes. The treasury is better than nothing, but maybe not better than starting on distant lands.
Like you don't need the money is the main thing.
Yes, okay. He goes for another animal fair.
I don't like the
Yeah,
animal fair at all.
yeah. Animal fair.
Like
You are not that
do you
short
need
on
one?
money. You can get it later.
Yeah, I think the animal fair is actually actively like I think animal fair is probably worse than nothing. I might have to say.
Um, is it? Well, Soul. Yeah, so if you play two highways, then at this point, if you play two highways and two villas, you have three buys, and you probably have enough money for everything you want. So later on, if you start wanting provinces, then you might not have enough money, and animal fare becomes better.
Yeah,
But
but you want animal fair to get later. I honestly think animal fair might be worse than nothing at this stage of the game. It's certainly worse than like Treasury. It's worse than Distant Lands. I would assume.
yeah, it's not very convincing. But what do you do in the meanwhile as tracer? So you didn't find your warlord, so you didn't attack. But you do have a nice hand for next turn, nonetheless.
Toss four here for sure.
And
Passage is very nice.
okay, Tracer got
Not
his second highway. That makes more sense.
Okay, so it looks like breppert does get a full turn even. Those starting four cards are pretty scary, but it looks like it's full turn regardless.
Yes. Well, the warlord draw was helpful there.
Well, let's see if this animal fair does absolutely anything at all. And I think the answer is, I don't know, maybe if you're getting provinces now, it's okay. But I still think, like, if this animal fair were just here.
Yeah, surely you don't start on provinces while there's distant lands to get.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so like the animal fair doesn't let you afford anything extra. It's just a stop card. It doesn't score any points.
Right, so what? So he does start on just provinces.
Two
Provinces and a distant land.
Yes. I would be hitting distant lands harder than provinces for sure here.
Yes, you can have a bit more, a few more turns in this phase of the game where you can have some semblance of deck control.
Yeah.
And you want to prolong this.
Does breppert save the carto or the litter here? I'm tempted to say cartographer is better than litter.
I would think so. You have incoming draw.
Yeah, you have two cards coming. So as long as you can find anything that draws another card, carto can sift for your good stuff. Better than litter can just draw.
Exactly, and you have some villas in there, so.
Alternatively, Tracer just doesn't play the archer, so then it doesn't matter.
Well, could get a villa to play the archer.
The bills are a little awkward. I guess it's yeah. All right,
well, later on it becomes an animal fair.
I think save carto over save litter is my intuition here.
Yeah, and breppert agrees. So, okay. So yeah, we do get 2 cards from warlord, 2 cards from crop rotation, and that's it.
And carto, it's like all this stuff litter would draw, so you can actually like the carto basically gets you an extra card of sifting, kind of. If you think about it. Then the litter would get you.
Yeah, but this does look like the end of the term. You can draw the secret passage with the battle plan, but
I would toss 3, draw secret passage, and find 2 more cards. I would say.
Yeah. So. So what he kept only the secret passage, okay, but he changes his mind. So you could hope to draw some more if you find an attack for the battle plan.
Another option is you just save the villa and you see 1 less card, but you also get to play an extra terminal. Maybe that's worth it.
Yeah, the villa to play the extra terminal. I think you want. You want to play the distant lands. You want to play one of your other actions. I mean, you could. Yeah, so buying an extra villa is awkward. You don't. It's not that. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. So having more than 2 villas.
Really? I guess that's fine. You can buy 2 distant lands here. No, why are you buying provinces?
Well,
I hate it.
Yeah, so top decking a green card is not necessarily bad with crop rotation. You want to make sure you have one, and.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I was thinking you top deck the province and you play the distant lands.
Yes. Top deck province is better, but.
Do you even need the money for monument? You didn't. Monument didn't even. You didn't need the two money for monument. Like you could have just played the distant lands and top decked the province.
Yeah, this would have been better. I agree.
All right. I mean, technically the monument is 1 VP now extra, but if you never have to play your distant lands, then that's kind of a problem.
Well, so I think as breppert, you're ahead and you want to just try to get your turns to be consistent, to keep your lead. And playing the distant lands seems better at doing that than the benefit
Cave,
of the
you're
1
surprised
VP.
at 2 highways each. It is a warlord board. I'm not very surprised at 2 highways each.
It's Warlord and there's enough sifting that you
I am
can
surprised at one secret
reasonably...
passage. You could actually play with like 3 or 4 secret passages here, because if you get like too far into your shuffle and you have too many secret passages and you can't play them, you can just like top deck a secret passage for next turn. So I could definitely see like 3 secret passages being good here, but they only have 1 each, which is a little surprising.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same also for cartographers, that you
Territories at
could
least
potentially
like,
discard an extra cartographer if...
yeah, it's true.
and okay, so
Yeah,
what? So
in your deck,
we do play the distant lands, and what's the... Why are we undoing paying debt? So what
Oh, I think we might be
are we
stampeding.
thinking of?
Yes. Okay.
Stampede. We had Stampede. Okay.
The stampede, I think, makes a lot of sense.
Yes, Stampede.
Especially since you don't have any like draw coming in from Warlord here, and you definitely want to draw.
Yes, Stampede is very good on this board
Oh, yeah.
on many occasions. So this was it was instrumental early on to hit crop rotation and...
This shuffle's been pretty bad for breppert, so I think Tracer isn't looking quite so lost here. I think there's still some play. If you take a province here as Tracer.
Okay, so can breppert hit double with 3 highways, with 2 highways, and
I would say double here is fairly likely.
yes,
but we'll see.
So what do you think of Tracer's province in that case?
I think it's fine. He has. I don't think double's likely like a guaranteed thing, and Tracer needs a little luck to win here. Play both Warlords for sure, because you're looking to win next turn. So you don't plan to need Warlords going forward anymore. Here on...
Yeah, so there was an interesting question here. So breppert played Archer, and Tracer kept the cartographer hidden, revealing 2 estates. So if you... if you hide, right? If you hide, no, I guess if you hide an estate, then you just get the cartographer discarded, which would be worse. So
if Tracer can find double province here, he will win. So I think the province was correct from Tracer. It's a bit of a risk, but I think he has to take a risk.
Yeah,
that's a really good cartographer. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. So okay, so we got 2 territories for breppert.
I don't know about the second territory, because Duchy scored 4 and territory would have scored... No, sorry, territory also scored 4, right? Okay, this was 4 either way, so territory makes more sense. So this is not going to be much points, is it? Oh, we're just a little bit shy.
Yeah, so a bit surprising that distant lands were not taken more than they have been, so only 1 so far.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that too. I would have expected more distant lands, especially with Breppert's position.
But yeah, otherwise, it's...
and Breppert is probably hoping to double here. It's not like a guarantee or anything, but it's a decent shot, I think.
What, for a double province?
Yeah.
Well, without the horses from Stampede, this seems... less likely to happen than last turn.
I think it's more likely, actually, because last time you missed a bunch of stuff, so you're basically guaranteed to find all of this draw this turn.
Yeah, so why do we like distant lands? Well, it's 4 VP that you don't keep in your deck, and you can get it... you can get it early. It also increases the values of territories if you end up getting territories later. So
yeah, missing all of the highways here is a bit of a problem. It's not enough, right? No,
No,
it's not.
not even close. So one is enough for territory.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
like
it's
look at all these
still
provinces just getting in the way of drawing, right? Like they could have been distant lands.
so. Yeah, and you have the actions to play the distant lands. So if you are very limited in terminal space, then it's a different issue.
Probably double duchy here, I think. We're just kind of points maxing at this
Um,
point.
so double duchy, that seems reasonable. I mean, at this point, I guess I'm. So how worried are we actually about double province without? So
Tracer is
it
a
seems.
chance. Possible. I
It,
think it's unlikely or
yeah,
possible.
it seems quite difficult. So I mean, if you stack the deck, then sure,
Yeah.
but with all the green cards and not that much draw, so right, the only draw that they have is the warlords and the battle plans,
Yeah.
and the battle plans are not guaranteed to be more than a cantrip. So, so
I assume it's toss province copper here, and then you just draw the warlord and draw on. All right, so we're looking at what, double duchy again?
for Tracer, yeah, surely double duchy at this point.
This land seems like too far away from the shuffle to ever actually be worth points. I assume. Although Tracers does not have distant lands yet, so
So the distant
it
lands,
would be
yeah, and the territories are
14.
split to two, so the distant land is
Okay,
two
so
points
distant lands worth,
immediately.
yeah, 2 points instead of 3 points, but potentially worth 6 points. So
Yes.
maybe there's a word that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So where do we stand on pile?
This is double duchy again, I think.
So villas could run. So could also just stampede here, but
I think you. I may do Stampede. I don't know. Stampede
so
here would be, I think, totally reasonable.
so yes. Akuchi is pointing this out.
You can actually
Also thinks
Stampede.
this could have been a distant lands for Tracer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stampede and
so where would we stand on piles? So apart from villas that could empty very quickly, right, there's the clashes that could empty, duchies could empty, but I think it's going to be well. So I think there's fairly likely. Okay,
ooh,
but
province state.
province is okay. So what do we need? We
That
need
loses
province and
9. That loses the province duchy, right?
let's see. So we are eight
That
points behind.
seems
So Province Duchy would win, and Province Duchy seems,
very doable.
yeah, Province
I
Duchy
don't,
is,
I don't like that buy at all.
especially
Yeah.
and the already with the Warlord coming in. So how much do we have so far? We have the actions 3, 5, 7, 8 -1 from the litter. Okay, but now it's
It's
changing.
getting really
So
close. Bottom of the province. This is really, really close.
yeah, I
That's
think
not
this is this enough? I mean, that's
for
yeah, it's exactly enough.
exactly, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
that's
province estate was really bad. I think.
yeah,
I don't
that's
understand.
that was strange.
It was really, really bad.
So it's not like I mean, if there was another pile very low, then the lowering duchies might have been risky, but there's no
Yeah.
other pile.
I
So
also it loses to like province or like ties. Like the monument also scores a point. So like province, estate, and monument would also be a tie. So like
yes, yeah, there were several
that,
potential ways
yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
There
win here.
was I that province was so bad.
Okay, so
It's
so that
amazing. All right, Pacer pulls it out.
yeah, that makes it 4-0. Now, if this was a championship match, then we could go home at this point. But that's not.
New table.
Yeah, new table.
But yeah, I think breppert must have done some. I know for sure breppert did some questionable decisions in that mid to late game there because I felt like breppert was just really far ahead for a while.
Well, so Tracer did get crop rotation somewhat faster,
That's true.
and for a while, it seemed that breppert was ahead. He had the highways earlier, whilst having the same amount of deck control.
Who decided to not ban clashes? They gotta ban these clashes. And they're not even disliked. Jeez.
Well, wait, do they? They have the new board already. Okay, so
Clashes are not even disliked. Like, they're just showing up all over the place.
well,
Terrible.
so it's you want to play with the shiny new cards. So new board. What do we have here? Clashes again, and militia, and again no trashing. Right, no trashing whatsoever. We have.
We're going for 2-5, which is way worse than 5-2.
Yeah, 5-2 lets you open spices, for example.
Yeah. The militia battle plan on the 4-3 looks pretty good.
Militia battle plan looks very good, yes. So what do we have? We do get the spices still, and spices is
weird to
not really good. Okay, we rotate.
rotate here, actually. I kind of feel like I'd want to just buy the second. Maybe not.
Yeah, so rotating battle plans means you have control over the clash pile, and
that's true.
And being able to rotate it to warlords at a time when you can make the most use of that.
Ooh, that's actually annoying.
Rushing
So
the
Tracer bomb decks the militia and now misses 5 or misses 4. Sorry, with the archer. Do you take spices here as Tracer or just archer? I guess militia. You already have militia, so maybe not archer.
Yeah, I think I maybe want the spices, but
take some spices. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. So
also makes it easier to spike 5 here. Oh, bottom deck's the battle plan, so that's not great.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no trashing, so you're gonna bottom deck cards, and nothing you can do about that. Okay, so right, but now he gets both the battle plan and militia together and gets attacked. So
yeah, this board is more miserable than the last one.
Yeah, so some.
The last one at least had like draw. This one has no draw.
Yeah, so there's some unpleasant shuffles for Tracer here, but is that going to be enough for breppert
money based on his draw? But money just gets wrecked
ahead
by like archer or militia or something. You can't
okay,
money on this
so
board.
Titan says money baseline is pretty strong here. So money, yeah. So you have spices, you have tiara. You can get some coffers from villain, which you probably will want.
Like, the uncontested engine here is playing,
yeah,
all the world expression draws, buying a bunch of peddlers.
If you're not competing on the clashes, then you have all the battle plans, multiple warlords. You get some huge turns, and bank lets you make use of huge draw.
I'm kind of this turn 8 from Tracer. He rushed militia instead of archer, which seems weird to me. I feel like archer is a better attack than militia. Especially in a no trashing board. I think archer seems like way better than militia to me, so I don't quite understand why we took militia over archer there.
Yes. I see the appeal of archer over militia. I agree. So what? Okay, so we've rotated. So are we? We don't have enough to rush a warlord, right?
We
do. Wait, we do have enough.
Yep.
We do have enough. So. we are still able to get a warlord as breppert, even rush one as well.
And then Tracer will be looking to rush
Tracer
another
will,
warlord very soon, which
yes,
he can.
yeah, okay, so it looks like warlords.
Oh, we can take actually, or might want to take both warlords instead, just to have the warlord
Yeah,
pile
so
control.
do we have enough? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's easily
I think you
enough.
rush one. You
Rush
can
one
rush
and
one and back
top
it.
deck the other. So yeah, so that's and that's the benefit of controlling the clash pile and rotating it at a
Three
time
versus
that's good
warlords
for
is
you.
definitely better, especially with no trashing, because like there's gonna be a lot of times where you don't find warlord, and just having three versus one just means you're going to find warlord much more often.
Yeah,
So fewer turns
so
where you miss warlord.
yeah,
It's pretty important.
so there is some tricky thing there when you have a 3-1 warlord split, that if you play two warlords, you might have an issue if the opponent then plays one and you can't play yours the next turn. So sometimes you might want to refrain from playing a second warlord even if you can.
Well, this board has pig,
But
so at the very
yes,
least
but
you can pig one.
indeed, and with pig,
Wait, sorry. Yeah, if if there's not a warlord in play, you can pick it because it won't stay out. If there is a warlord in play, you can't pig one, then you're basically not locked out of playing your other one.
yeah, so there is some consideration there that might or might not come up, but
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't play it, then denying the warlord is worth it.
Yeah, I think Tracer's in pretty good position here.
Yes, looks like a commanding lead.
It's a lot of peddlers for a Clashes board. It might be okay for Tracer because breppert only has the one warlord, so like there might be a turn where you can't play peddlers, but like
So
on the
how?
off turn you can play a
So
lot of
what
them.
is the peddler split at this point?
It's like 4-2 or 5-1 or something.
Let's see.
Caravan guards are also a little interesting. How many you have here?
Yeah, it's 5-2. So
Well, given like a 25 card deck and only one warlord, I think Tracer could definitely take more than like two copies of a lot of actions and be relatively happy about it.
right. So where do we stand on piles? So peddlers are nearly done. Spices are done. No, no obvious third pile. Caravan guards are not
Hello, yeah.
particularly. So
My guess is this probably three piles on Peddler, Spices, Caravan Guard.
this, yeah, that's okay. So that's one pile and two
Yes, two
piles.
piles.
And
All right,
okay, so
so
we
number
do
four
manage to
stopping.
score. So okay, so we
This
have
win?
15,
No,
and
this
no, this is a losing tie. But
very losing tie. Almost got
okay,
there.
but you can score a bit. So maybe do we lower or just score at this point?
I wouldn't
I
mind
don't think.
Province and top deck Caravan Guard.
Yeah,
Like,
you
because
could
you
also.
know you can't get War Attack next turn, so anything you top deck is definitely playable.
Yeah, so if you take a territory, you can top deck the golds,
I think top deck Caravan Guard here is totally fine.
which
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
so province
Um,
caravan guard. Okay, so
yeah, it's going to react
yeah,
here. Play
then
Caravan Guard.
yeah,
Save the
so
Warlord, I
then this
assume.
could.
Could save, maybe save Battle Plans better. I'm not sure, actually.
Well, so do you have any warlords in this card?
I think there's one Warlord down there.
So there's one more in the draw pile. Okay, he saves the battle plan. The battle plan is guaranteed to draw since you
Yeah.
have the militia in any case. So
And one of the
and
militias is probably going to be pigged. So there's at least three cards of draw here.
okay, 3. So this is okay,
Finds
and
the
we
one
find.
Look at
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Just like you
So
drew it up.
okay, so not quite double, but so
Here you're
so
taking.
yeah. So I'm a bit worried about province not knowing that breppert has this hand. I mean, even with this
Oh,
hand, breppert could get province with the coffers.
pretty good.
So yeah. So territory seems safer.
Just some territory in response there makes sense. Duchy over territory is interesting.
Yeah,
Is this
so
double yet? Nope, not yet.
territory is worth the same, and at this point the golds are not
Not bad at
so
all.
bad
No.
for you. So okay, so
Territory. You can think about spending coffers for a duchy, but I kind of don't want to spend my coffers here because you want double
yeah,
province and saving
yeah, the
coffers is
coffers
good.
make a double province much more likely.
Yeah,
Double
it's just very
province, or
spooky because whoever double provinces first just wins.
yeah, or if you so just the territory seems fine. Yeah, I mean
All right, this will be
again.
territory here, and this is looking very close to double here already. And that's double. Okay, so that's gonna be good thing for
That's
Tracer.
double. Okay.
That is double. Yeah, this
Yeah.
right.
Well,
I was
counting
just
twice, but
yes,
but it is
that was
double. So
exact
that
double.
makes it 5-0 for Tracer.
All right,
That's
Tracer having a good match.
yeah. Do you know the standings in the division?
Um, I don't think there's been any games in the division yet, so I'm not sure. I think there was. Well, I know Lemon Spawn's been doing pretty well. I think.
Yeah, I haven't been
Um,
following that closely, but we have a new board, and we
I
have
can look.
replace and raise. So we have 2 ways to trash cards.
Yeah, so Lemon Spawn is currently 11-7, having completed 3 matches. Tracer is in second right now with a 3-3. So
Okay.
this will be enough for Tracer to go into first, regardless of the outcome of this final game.
Okay, so we have a new board. We have collection
Collection.
and colonies. So
Well,
lots
I'm
of
seeing
points
collection
available,
also
and there's
supplies.
collection with supplies. So
Yeah,
there's
sorry. Yeah.
artillery, Titan Drake says, but supplies is so collection supplies with nothing else can be
I think
you can
I
be a
think
huge
this
number of
collection.
points, and if you can be do a bit of thinning, it's even better. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
just
five
more
two is really
supplies
the
and
5-2 is incredibly good here. So Tracer is probably just going to win this game already, just off the five
and
two.
Tracer had a 5-2, and so both of them on turn 3. So yeah, this
This game's
feels
this game's over. This game's just completely over already. I don't have to say. Tracer just
yes,
wins.
yeah,
But yes,
and
collection supplies
you,
also replace thinning, some raise thinning. This game is just going to be
yeah.
it's going to
So
erase the game a
do
little
you
bit more.
just get a hostelry here and another
Also,
supplies?
supplies and pieces. Yeah.
And
At some
okay,
point, you need to start getting collections, but I think you're better off winning like maybe a collection now makes sense
yes, I think it's a
for
good time for
Tracer. Yeah.
collection.
You can also just turn horses into collections, once you have a clean deck too. Or hosteleries. You only have like one terminal you're really playing here. So go to there. Do you want the last supplies? How important is
So
last supplies versus just winning the collections? I think collections are probably
yeah,
more important.
I think collections at this point.
Yeah. You don't really need to
So
think
if
copper that much
so,
because as stories here, like the coppers aren't that bad.
yeah, and you're sufficiently ahead that
Yeah. I'm kind of like
that you can just keep your lead until the game ends.
anyway, this game is 100% over. So
Yeah.
good job, Trace from the 6-0.
Yes, it's a bit unfortunate to have such a game that's decided very early by 5-2, and then finding both
Yeah.
of them early and getting ahead so quickly. So I mean,
I'm not even sure you need to Like, I would probably just play the raise to trash itself there, I think. I don't think I need to trash the copper, because again, you're just buying...
Well,
I mean, well, there's a ride.
just,
Oh my gosh, there's a ride for horses too. There's so many horses. No, copper trashers are fine.
Yeah,
I was thinking, like, you can replace the raise into a hostelry and just take horses that way instead or something, but this is fine. It doesn't... It's all winning.
well, it's all there. Yeah.
It all wins, so whatever. Collection ride again right now. There's literally nothing breppert could have ever done this game to win. Short of Tracer just deciding to lose for no reason.
Yeah. So is this hostelry and something more? Collection hostelry seems good, but yeah, so it's not likely to matter. So a slight point lead, but not gonna last. Yeah, now you trash the raise to find another collection.
Collection over supplies is probably correct. Yeah, it's got to be correct.
Yes,
I think
the collection, it's definitely better.
This collection and horses, or like four rides? Yeah, collection of 4 rides there makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, just all
breppert finally
the
gets the last estate or no? No, breppert still has an estate in the deck. Oh my god. It's so bad.
Well, he still has one after trashing the one now.
Okay, so
6-0, complete sweep.
Do you replace here, or we just draw on? Just draw on, I think.
Well, okay,
right.
yeah. So
Which just for funsies, I guess. Oh, because it just wins.
Okay, and yeah.
Yep. So, bit unfortunate to have a game like that to end it, but those do happen.
Yeah, but there were some interesting games. Some that were closer.